Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my little TV chit chat for Ready to Love, which was the season finale, and also put a ring on it. Episode something I don't remember. Okay, but y'all know that we are here to have a little chit chat about these two shows. I will be live right after this one is done to do Love and Marriage Huntsville and also Marry Me Now. So at around I think like 4:30, probably around 4:30, for that live. So come on back when you're done with this and whatnot. Now if you watching the replay of it all, go watch both videos. Okay. But these for the live watchers who are here right now, I just want y'all to know I'll be live right after this for Love and Marriage Huntsville, the foolishness and whatnot. Now y'all know tonight we will be interviewing Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville. That would be on Niecy's channel. Now, this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing. Only if you are a member to one of our channels, so it's either my channel or a Bonnie channel or a Niecy channel or Jamie channel, will you be able to get the link to watch it live tonight. Everyone else will have to wait for the edited replay that will come tomorrow on Niecy's channel. So for my members, I have already posted that link on the communities tab on my YouTube page. So go ahead over there to see that link right there. Okay, this is the thing that we're trying to do for our members. Give y'all some exclusive content for our interviews when they go live. Because what y'all don't know is sometimes, we may have to cut and edit stuff, okay? But you can't cut and edit live. You can't cut and edit live again. The live, private, exclusive interview will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so make sure to check it out. Now, do not forget to also subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dots, and dot. Okay, y'all know to like the video, comment the comment section, and share this video, please. It just helps. Okay, if you love me, help other folks love me too. Okay, now y'all know to follow me on IG and Twitter at JayLeesCorner and everything round here. Okay, but let's get into the foolishness of it all. Now, look. While I am here, okay, pajama shirt, hair pulled back or whatever from some little clip. I will not be on camera much because again, I like to relax on my weekends, y'all. Relax, and sometimes the lipstick of it all, the having to comb my hair of it all, putting on real clothes. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. And plus, because we're doing an interview tonight, I want to wait and be, you know what I'm saying, get ready for that then or whatever. But again, I'm gonna leave that be. Now, don't judge me because I'm at home. Okay, I am at home in my living room or whatever. So I am in my comfy clothes. It's whatever. It's nice weather here today in Michigan or whatever. It's real hot. But hello to those who are here so far. Okay, thank you very much. And happy Sunday. Thank you for being here for the foolishness because it's a lot of foolishness going on between all these shows and all these peoples or whatever. And I'm going to do it. But let's start off with Ready to Love. Okay. Now, this was the season 5 finale. The reunion comes on next week. I really do hope it's a 2-part reunion because I feel like it's a lot to address to warrant a 2-part reunion. In previous seasons, we didn't really need a 2-part reunion, or they didn't really dive deep, okay, into more things that was going on in our faces and behind our backs, okay? And also, we know last season, Tommy wasn't even the host of the reunion because I think he either had caught COVID or he was sick. It was one of the two. So he wasn't there, and the other lady hosted. And that was what it was. But, Tommy will be hosting this season's reunion. And I'm like, Tommy, I need you to get into the deep, okay? Real deep, like a jungle. Because there's so many things that happened during the season that played out on social media, that played out via text messages, that played out all kind of ways. That I'm like, y'all can't be ignoring the things we found out that was going on behind closed doors. But anyway, so I gotta put a little video up because y'all know, I be trying to make my go wrong button. Try to not have my screen be dumb. StreamYard, honey, is real funny acting or whatever, and it be stupid and whatnot. So I'm gonna leave that be. Boom. Look at my Ready to Love things. So we'll be like, pop it on out, okay, and stuff. So Y'all still see me? Hey, I'm still here. Okay, it's a good thing to do to not have the signal being dumb. Hey, Jaybird, ready to boy, not ready, ready to. Y'all not the same. I ain't do that. But happy Sunday. This is a long season of nothing. This is the weird thing for this season. Not that it was nothing, but I felt like they should not have added people later. Just put all of them in at one damn time. You added people on later, which means some people didn't have, all the time to get to know everybody up front. Okay. It could have been better, in my opinion, had everyone started at the same time, everyone had a fair advantage at the same time. And again, they really need to have these folks like in one place, okay? Because we need to be able to see what actually happened. Most of the dating shows, when they have them all together, it's fun because we can see exactly what's happening. We can see, the secret camera footage or whatever. We don't have anything with these folks except what the dates they had, and that was barely dates. It was his friends hanging out. So I'm confused on, why they are not thinking how to make this season with the next season better. Now the next season is allegedly in Miami, honey. Why I can just feel like that being a mess because in Miami, folks, it's all kind of different or whatever. So, honey, I'm gonna wait and see. But we see everybody at the little brunch, okay, little brunch hanging out. Because we know that what's the people's names? Sabrina and Demetrius left at the end of the last episode. She sent herself home and he said, fuck it, I'm gonna leave too. I still feel like Sabrina was on bullshit, and left herself because she didn't want to be eliminated. But that's her decision, whatever. So the final six, of course, which is Donovan and Carmen as a couple or whatever, Clifton and Joy as a couple or whatever, and then Paul and Nakia is getting to know each other as a couple or whatever. But again, Tommy tells them, okay, last part of this whole process, okay, last week the men introduced the ladies to someone in their family. Okay, ladies, you have to now introduce the man to someone in your family. Okay, that's the thing to do. So I guess Demetrius and Sabrina leaving last week made sense because now neither one of them met each other's families. But and now the cast they won't see each other again until the reunion because again after this there is no deliberation conversation, there is no timely meetup. Timely, like, my job here is done. Okay, this house is clear, and he leaves or whatever. I'm like, I guess so. Okay. These final six, I mean, I really do believe from the beginning I said that Clifton and Joy would be in the end. Okay. And I did not, I thought Paul would go home first. Okay. Donovan and Carmen weren't here yet. I don't remember what I said about the kid. However, I at least got two people out of the group who made it to the end. Okay. But I mean, it is what it is. Now, Carmen had Donovan meet her mom and her dad, okay? And she brings up how for her, she's never introduced anyone to her mom, her dad at the same time. Okay. Now her dad is an ex-military Marine. Her mama is a pastor. Okay. Pastor Mrs. Carmen's mama around here came in judging folks at the door. Okay, judging where? From the door. Now, Donovan gets there and brings up how, he has, he's divorced, he has two daughters or whatever. And dad then say, oh, from the same parent. I said, not from the same. Why does it matter? It's weird to me. Well, old folks is nosy. Okay, and old folks around here think differently about, sometimes it shouldn't matter if the kids had the same mama and daddy, them his daughter. Those are his daughters, okay? But it's only two. Now, if he would have said 5 kids, oh, it's the same mama. I think anything over 2, I want to know, is it more than one baby mama? Is it 3 baby mamas? Because that's 3 is a lot. 2, not so much. But I was like, not how many kids, how many mamas is it? And Donovan said, well, no, they have different mamas or whatever. And you see her mama just shaking it, just shake. I said, you shaking your head? You judging that man already? But I was like, my thing is, I don't think 2 kids with 2 women, if you in your 30s and 40s, is a bad thing. Look, We all know that, a lot of folk back in the day when they were teenagers was out here being a little bit reckless. But I'm like, a reckless teenager does not mean the adult is that reckless either. But I'm almost judging that man. Um, but I was like, whatever. Now the dad then asked, I'm saying, well, if Carmen would have permission to discipline his either discipline or correct the behavior of his kids. And I was like, the fuck? Why? Not yet. I mean, maybe eventually. And I'm like, to me, that's a weird question to ask so fast. Because I mean, if we get married, if they build a relationship, if we get to that point, yes. But like, I mean, to me, that's a common understanding that if somebody is like the other parent figure, you do want them to be able to correct and discipline. But I was like, I would not ask the question today. Okay, not today. Because that's not even her boyfriend. They ain't has to, well, they probably did fuck, but that ain't her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? She don't know the code to his garage at the house. Okay, she don't know what fruits he buy on a regular. Okay, that is not something to me that should be asked initially. But I'm like, her parents, and Carmen for the most part felt like I want my parents to grill him. I want my parents to figure out what's going on immediately. I was like, girl, whatever. But I was like, look, I don't want a man to feel like at the door, that I want to discipline or correct the behavior of his kids. My thing is, for right now, them are your children. Once I have to build up a connection and a bond with them, for them to even want to listen to me and not like, Daddy, who is this bitch? Daddy, who is this girl telling me I can't have no Fruit Loops? Who is she, Daddy? I'm not listening. But if you build the bond first, all that will come into play because the kids will respect you enough to listen to you. Okay, when you need someone to have permission to correct behaviors of your kids, it's because they don't really have no authority there. Okay, they some little plaything who around here eat up the Fruit Loops. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Getting on my damn nerves. Donovan was married, so Clifton his kids had the same mother. Well, actually, they don't. He said his kids does not have the same mom. So sometimes you can be married and still have kids who ain't the same, penis in the vagina. Why she gotta be disciplining children and they not even not even in a real relationship. Okay. Carmen's father asking Donovan about Carmen disciplining his kids was an odd question. Carmen has kids too. Can Donovan discipline her kids? And Carmen has a son, who has not seen his father, and as she said, I think last episode, in at least 8 years. So can he be a good father figure to her children? Can he tell her son, sit your punk ass? No, I'm not gonna cut to the kids, but can he correct her son in a manly way? Because sometimes boys you gotta be a little bit more manly. You can't be all look, girl. Don't do. You gotta be hey. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Or even asking him, hey, how do you feel about being a father figure to her son if y'all go further? Okay, can you handle being a good man image to her son? You didn't ask that. Made me mad. Okay. Anyway, the dad did ask him, hey, why did your marriage end? Now that's a good question. That's a good question. How and why? What went on that had your marriage ending around here? And then at one point I was unfaithful in my marriage. Oh, what? You was unfaithful. Well, how do I know you're not gonna fuck around on my daughter? Okay, how do I know that? Because you promised your wife, okay, that you could be, trustworthy. But how can I trust that you can be trustworthy with my child when you did not honor the sanctity of your marriage? And I was like, that's a good point. Because at the end of the day, you had took vows with your wife. But he said, look, as long as there's good communication and trust between me and Carmen, things will be fine. There were other issues in my marriage that led me to cheating. Okay. But I would leave the relationship versus just cheating in the relationship. I was like, Donovan, fuck you. But I don't know that man's marriage. I don't know that man's ex-wife or whatever. I don't know what happened. But it was whether he was saying, there were other things that led me to cheating. I'm like, well, you ain't want to leave. But that man's truth is that man's truth, and he divorced now, so what does it matter? If he say, I've learned, cool. Now, if he cheat on Carmen again, at that point, we know he's a liar. But We're gonna leave that be too because I don't like, Carmen that much. So leave that be. And her mama asked, I was like, oh, about your faith. Okay, do you have a relationship with God, with Jesus, our Lord and Savior? Okay, have you accepted our Lord and Savior as your Savior? Okay, and I was like, I mean, she's a preacher, and that's what they ask. And I don't mind the question. Okay, now he brought up how I'm Catholic. However, I'm more spiritual than religious. But I do believe in God. And at the end of the day, as long as you believe in God, for me, we cool. The one upstairs, we cool. Okay, I can't expect anyone to have my level of faith or my level of religion. I can't expect that. But you need to know who runs this household. It is God. Okay, all up and through. All my brothers came from different dads, same mama. Get out that lady vagina. Or because well, get out that means penis because it's his same penis, two different mamas. Anyway, were the parents actually together? Because Carmen said that she'd never introduced them to anyone together. I don't know. They never, explained that at all. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I wonder, but that's what it is. I wonder how they would feel about Donovan correcting Carmen or Carmen's son. Don't be yelling at my grandson. But my mom's first ex-husband, my third oldest brother, dad, has been a father figure to me. He is not my father, because that's how I be. I'm saying you have to do what it is to be done. But anyway, the mom said, look, as long as you, know God is the center, I accept you. And her family like him. I was like, honey, I let it be what it's gonna be. But that's where she came from. Next up, we had Joy and Clifton. So Joy had Clifton meet her sister, who I'm like, they look just like I said, once it's a bald or whatever. And when Clifton said I want to come in making a good impression, I was like, sir, whatever. Now, she do ask him, how do you feel about Joy, having to leave, for 6 months in Mexico to work? And it is a weird thing that Joy knows that she would not be in the same state with her man half the year. So I think either Jamie or nieces or ground or somebody from the panel brought up how it was crazy for Joy to come on the show if she knew for a fact she won't even be in the state for for half a year. And I feel like as long as the person that you're dating, you tell them that up front, like, hey, I live here, for 6 months a year, I'm gone working or whatever. Because to me, the same thing as if you're dating a flight attendant. Or if you're dating, a rapper or whoever, someone who is not always in the same place. They have to sometimes move around or whatever. But her thing about, for 6 months I'm gone, and I'm out in a different. And my thing is Mexico, you can get to Mexico. Mexico isn't, Germany. You know what I'm saying? It isn't Africa. It isn't in India. It's not a whole long flight away. Like you don't really need to take 2 folks. You can get to Mexico in like one flight. One flight. So I feel like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. Y'all up there in DC, fly on down once a month. Once a month, you have a little weekend getaway, a little Friday, Saturday thing or whatever, and y'all, party on out. I think it's a way to work around it. And also she can fly up on her off day too. So it can be worked out. But as long as you communicate that up front, I don't have an issue with somebody whose job requires them to be away. Because pilots, air traffic control, NASA, astronauts be up in space for long times or whatever. But you have to be, that can't be like a conversation that you bring up later. I need to know now. Okay. What did Clifton have on when he met Joy's sister? Honey, a cute. It was like, I don't know if he was trying to be gangster, R&B thug, or what it was. I don't know. I was confused. Anyway, right. If he really cared, he can get a ticket. Okay, using airline points. If you really want things to work, you will make things work. Okay, that's my brother. My brother when he left, here in Michigan to go to college. From college, he went from here and there with internships. He ended up, sitting down in Chicago. Once he met his wife, who at that time was his girlfriend, she was still in Detroit. So him and her had a whole long distance thing for a couple years, where she lived here in Michigan and he was up there in Illinois, and they would travel back and forth or whatever. And then she eventually moved to Chicago, and now they happy, and they done both now moved to Arizona. So long distance things can work if you put in the time of it all, okay? But we'll leave that be. Now, he does bring up how he does not really like the fact that she's going to be gone 6 months, because I really would want her to be here around me. I want us to be together next, okay? Together with me. And the sister, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And it means this. And he just kind of pulled her close. I was like, sir, no, what does it mean? The sister meant, what are your intentions with my sister? Okay, and Clifton kind of skated past it, but I'm going to leave that be. Okay, now he does admit, I don't know if I can handle the distance. Okay, I don't know. And the sister's like, my concern is the same thing. Can he handle the distance? And even Joy's issue was, I feel what we have is real. Okay, and my only hesitation and scary part is because I know it's real, the distance can be the downfall. Okay, I'm like, girl, okay. And then later on, we do see Joy and Clifton talking, and they both agree they want to put in the work to be together. Okay, they want to make this work because he said, like, look, I just want to make it work. Okay, and then Joy said that I can't wait for us to have sex. I say, not can't wait to have sex. I was like, he was like, oh, I can't wait either. Okay, I was like, girl. Anyway, because she leaving in like a week, so again, you want to have sex, because I also would not want to start a relationship where I'm leaving for 6 months and I ain't fuck that man. I need to give him some coops so he can know, come on around here and come on and get this cooch, okay? Because you just want to test out the waters. Anyway, Clifton seems ready and prefers his woman up on the 24/7. He already has trust issues from his past relationship. Okay, I agree. Long distance relationships are not that bad. He said he likes to travel, if I recall. Yeah, so it should be fine. Hey, La Queen. So we shall see. So yeah, look, while I always felt like Clifton was a bit of an asshole, just in how he still played around with possibly wanting Nakia, okay, it made me aggravated because I felt like, but you really want Joy. Okay, so that made me mad. But I do also believe him and Joy have had a connection since day one. And we will see how that plays out after the show. Okay. Like they did not have sex at that retreat. She said all they did was cuddle. But I mean, sometimes a vagina cuddles with a penis and they call it cuddling. I'm just saying. But let's move on to Nakia and Paul. And Nakia has Paul meet her mama and her brother. Okay, I said, first of all, whoever do the eyebrows of the mama also do the eyebrows for the brother. Because look, those eyebrows are not genetic. Okay, the mama and the son go to the same brow arch esthetician. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be. Now we find out that Paul, I may not have paid attention before, but Paul has twin daughters who are 26. The kid's brother is 28. So I'm like, hopefully the brother ain't fucked up that man's daughters. Well, you know what? I don't think they have. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying? When they find out, one, that Paul has 26-year-old twins, the brother was like, you got a PCP? You got a doctor office that you want to go to? I said, I mean, look, even a young person needs a PCP. I mean, Paul ain't gonna die. Paul is only in his 40s, I think. Or is he 50? But Paul ain't like near death. I mean, Paul ain't the age of our mama. Okay, and mama looks good. Okay, mama looks good. Okay, whatever age mama may be, mama looks good. Okay, round here. Round where? Around here. Okay, I'm leave that be. Anyway, I'm done that, bro. Look, y'all don't know how many photos I took, okay, of these people, because I gotta get the eyebrows. Okay, I have to do that because look, okay, those are done by the same esthetician. You can't tell me no different. Okay, same brown artist. I mean, look, I don't make the rules. Okay, look, I don't make the rules, and because the kid has amazing eyebrows as well. Okay, but the fact that her mama and her brother have the same eyebrows just lets me know, Okay, they go to the same person. That person was not Jesus. Okay, Jesus may have helped the kid get hers. Her mama and her brother, went to uh eyelashes and brows by Jasmine. I don't know what lady is. Anyway, the kid has a sibling the same age as Paul. Daughters, I heard. Well, yeah, this is him. The brother's 28, and his daughters are 26. So yeah, that's who it is. Okay, brows on fleek. Okay. Anyway, they sit and chit chat a little bit, and he asked them like, is the kid the kind of person or the kind of woman who would stay like in a situation that she know won't work? Okay, will she be around here just hanging on, for their life because she just don't want to walk away? And they was like, no, that is not her at all. She is not the one to waste her time and going in the wrong direction. Okay, if she knows the wrong direction, you turn. Nope, can't go that way. And I was like, I think that explains her situation with Eric, because the minute she felt like this shit is on some funny shit, hard stop. But I was like, dang, she liked Eric, and she just kind of just completely cut him off. And I'm like, that was kind of, whatever. But I'm like, oh, because she's kind of person, if she feel like it's wrong road, she's done. Okay. So her mom and brother both feel like, he's like a good guy. Well, no, the mom said he seemed like a good guy, whereas the brother asked, but can you see yourself with him? The brother, no, sister, you won't fuck that man. And sometimes we have a way of telling folks, I know you. I had some pork rinds, y'all, because they fat free, honey, slender. Anyway, but the brother, you have a way of saying to your person, you don't want to fuck that man, and it's okay that I can see that you don't see yourself with him forever because you won't want to fuck him forever. He may be cool, friend, or whatever, but you don't want to bang that man, not forever. And whatnot. Yeah, mama looks good. Okay, came to slay. The kids were the same time. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, that was a sibling. For the kid, she brings up how he has potential. You know what I'm saying, and we get along. We have a good time hanging out. But I just want to know, like, is this something that I can have forever? I don't know. I was like, well, I mean, you gotta be honest. You have to be honest. Now let's get to Carmen and Donovan, who met. Girl, wrong thing. Well, no, those were all the three people. I showed that. Was everybody? Did we go everybody? Yeah, we did. Oh, so yeah. First we have Carmen and Nakia. Girl, Carmen and Donovan, who meet up at the end to see, are you ready to love? Okay. Now they met up in a park. Okay, beautiful little scenery or whatever. Look, it's daytime outside. Why you have candles? Okay, we can't smell them candles. Okay, they're not lighting up shits. Okay, what? I mean, was it the ambiance you wanted? I don't know. Anyway, the candles would have made sense had it been dark outside. But you out here in the daytime outside with the wind blowing with fucking candles blowing. Get out my damn face. Anyway, so Donna was like, you know what? You are the woman. I want to take this journey with. I didn't listen to most of that bullshit I was saying. Meat and potatoes of it all. And I was like, I mean, is that what y'all want to do? Is that what I want to see? Okay, you are the one I want to spend my journey with. Okay, and he gifted her, as he told her that he wanted to choose her. This is a gift of a trip to wherever you want to go. I'm not gonna say that in whatever. No, pick somewhere fancy for us to go. Take me to Hawaii. Take me to Puerto Rico. Take me somewhere. Take me to Paris. Okay, take me out to Oklahoma. I don't know, but take me somewhere and whatever. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I choose you too. Okay, you are this, and you are that, and you're this, and you're that. And I was like, girl, what speech? Who helped you write this speech? Who helped you? Because I just wanted a bit more emotion in it. I was like, is she reading from a cue card? Is it cue cards over there? Tommy, y'all got cue cards over there? Carmen ain't reading them right. Can we ask her to put some more emotion in those? No? Okay. Well, let her be emotionless, okay? But I'm like, ain't nobody over there. That's the wall. Anyway, It's not Donovan. Not Donovan the diva. Um, he's a diva. I'm a diva. Stop. It represents the fire of their love that will burn forever. Honey, that fire gonna burn out. It's gonna burn out because the wind gonna blow it away. The wind gonna it's gonna be gone. Gonna blow that fire right there out. Okay. Carmen just does not have conversations, in my opinion, in this scene. That seemed genuine. It felt like, let me say what I think someone is supposed to say in this moment. And I was like, I mean, whatever. After Donovan said all that, she's going to F boy, not gonna last. Carmen was wondering, and Tiffany said that, not me. Okay, look, Tiffany said that about that lady eyes, not me. She can't control her eyes. You know. Anyway, they kiss and want us to believe they are a couple. This is my thing. They may want to fuck. They may, in every aspiration of life, want to be out here fucking or whatever, and want us to believe they are a couple. This a part of me feels like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. But you know what? When I seen Donovan on his IG live a couple weeks ago, he was speaking very highly of Carmen, which shocked the fuck out of me. And I was confused because at that point in time, we had seen Carmen put out a photo with her and Phil. I mean, not her, Phil, her and Paul. And I felt like, well, how that's gonna happen? Maybe he's speaking highly of her because, you know, they're friend like whatever. I'm like, okay, he was doing that because they are dating. Okay, so, you know, Carmen's a great girl. You know what I'm saying? She is always going to be who she showed them who you are, Simba. And I'm like, Simba showed us who she was, and he liked it. Okay, but I also be like, you know, the men may not feel a way about Carmen based on the confessions that we've seen her, because in my opinion, more women were affected or angry about how Carmen spoke about other women because we women. A man might not care that Carmen was hating on other women, you know, or whatever. So I'm just more surprised that some of the women who watched the season and seeing how Carmen spoke about them and upped herself up over them would still feel like, oh, but she's a great girl. No, I told y'all, look, when you show me who you are and how you speak about people, you know, that's how I judge if I can be your friend or not. You don't have to like other women. You don't have to be, you know, buddy, but you also do not have to speak in a disrespectful, condescending, I'm better than her manner to make yourself look better. There are many ways to say I'm that bitch and I don't care about them and leave it at that. But to nitpick about other women when you around here, as Niecy would say, with with no Disney in your hair and the blue eye contacts, you know, to make it seem as if you are better than women. So she got on my damn nerves. And I'm like, I'm leave that be because it's like that. There is no fire to blow out. Donovan and Carmen seem more like friends or like a occasional fuck buddies. You know what I'm saying? She seemed like she's the type, if she sees someone else suitable, she's gonna run. She may, and you agree wholeheartedly, okay? And it's a thing, okay? And there was kissing, mouth. Oh my, it's something about me. I find it weird when strangers kiss open mouth. I'm like, oh my god, because I'm like, y'all ain't your boyfriend, and it's still COVID. Anyway, let's move on to Paul and Nakia. Okay, who was around here on a building somewhere, honey, with a beautiful backdrop, okay, over the city. It looked gorgeous. It looks amazingly well for them to be up there, whatever, you know, Paul and Nakia. And Paul gave a whole speech. Paul and his speeches that seem so emotionally charged to me is the complete opposite of Carmen, because I feel like they're both saying things because it sounds good. The emotion is just different. And while Paul is saying things that it felt like, oh, he can really mean this, I still feel like it's too many words. It's too many words. And it's too long of a speech. Okay, honey, you are long-winded. And that comes from me. Like, I talk a lot and I talk fast. Paul talks a lot and slow. Okay. Anyway, you're the first woman I saw. Now you're the front woman I'm seeing. And other people here did not see who you are, who I see you to be. Okay, and how you deserve A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, but my decision today, Nakia, as wonderful as you are, and as the great times we're having, okay, my decision that 2 plus 2 is 4, because you are the woman for someone, and then someone will love you where I think you should be loved, okay? And I was like, just spit it out. Just spit it out, okay? But he thinks that I'm going to choose me. I say, nigga, who else would you want to choose? He said because for him, he does not want to, pick her as if now we're a couple, because they would have to do this process more in the real world to see where it can go, whatever. And she's like, I agree. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I also choose myself as well. Okay. Not you. Look, you may have said it first, but I was going to do the exact same thing. I was like, yeah. And her thing was because if we chose each other, it wouldn't have been real. You know what I'm saying? So they both agree they're better off as friends. Now, could they date later on? Because again, my thing would be, if you date after the show in the real world, y'all build more of a connection, cool. Don't mind that. But I appreciate them both. Like, we can't, pick each other right now. It hasn't been long enough for that, okay? When P.O. said he chooses himself, I got on my seat. I choose me. I was like, nigga, so what? Okay. Not slow mo. I was like, what is going on? Okay. Did the kid get Botox in the season? Hey, I don't know the lady. I don't know. I think look, the kid is a beautiful woman. Period. Okay. Period. Look at her and look. The kid is a beautiful woman. And anyone who don't get that, and anyone, who sit next to her and think they look better than her, or like they ain't, the kid don't have nothing on them, is fooling themselves, okay? Even if you got your real hair and the kid could possibly have a good old sew-in wig, or good old wig, good sew-in weave, or a good wig. So what? The kid to me is beautiful, not because of how she looks, but also because of how she looks and, how she treats people. Other folk around here, Carmen, be on bullshit and get some of their nerves. But, they both choose themselves or whatever, and that's what it was. Paul be trying too hard. Yes, he be sounding too hard to sound all deep. And I'm like, sir, sometimes you can be real deep with one line. One. You be giving us a little wheeze. Okay? It be too much going on around here. Hey, ma. Okay, do not forget you have to subscribe. And all these things my mama said what to do what my mama said. Okay. All these weeks watching Where Is the Love, they need to have people who actually want love on the show. That's what it is. This is my thing too. Everyone could come on the show saying they want love, but if the people there aren't someone you're clicking with, it ain't gonna happen. I don't want folks on here who will force themselves to be with someone because they were booked on the show. It's about the person you're supposed to be with may not be here. Or the person that went home on day 1 could be the person who did not come on to episode 5. And they did not meet until the reunion. So I do feel like we can't expect everyone on the show to fall in love with someone on the show, because that's not real. You can put 40 folks in a room. It does not mean that your person is there. And we know that based on people who be living in Florida and they person was over there, in Canada, and they didn't meet up until Carnival. Okay, I'm leave that be. But again, they are what they are. We'll leave that be. And then last up, we know we have Clifton and Joy, who met up at I think it was a winery. Beautiful backdrop. Okay, the greenage of it all, the green, the water that you cannot swim in, looked amazingly well. Clifton came in his best trench peacoat. Okay, I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I love a man in a good coat. Okay, a good coat and a good, little fit will make it. It don't even have to be all extra. Okay, if it fits well, a great color. Okay, your shirt not wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? Your hair look clean. Your pants ain't, you know what I'm saying, too long or whatever. It can be real good. Hey, coat man or whatever. But name it up. And Joy looks great too. Silver black dress, okay, little brown boots. But I will say Clifton looks amazing. I love how he dresses on some occasions. And even though Clifton sometimes he don't say enough, sometimes he says a lot, but I will say that I get authentic vibes from him and when he's speaking to Joy. When they are together, anyone who did not see their spark is crazy to me. I also feel like Joy and Clifton did what they were supposed to do in the aspect of you're supposed to be here. I'm gonna push my live back for Love and Mary Huntsville about 15 more minutes. I gotta still put a ring on it. So give me 2 seconds to change the time. Because right now it's at 4:30. I want to put it at 4 to at 5. So I have time to, not be rushing and shit. For the second show. Because the second show should not be more like 30, 40 minutes. Anyway. But yeah. Since day one, I felt like, dang, they like each other. However, the process is supposed to be, you can't only stick to those who you liked on day one. You can't not be open to having a connection with somebody else. I think both of them tried that. I do. I just think Clifton took his connection with Nakia a bit too far in seriousness when he knew I'm gonna probably put Big Joy. Okay, so that's why I like how they both played the season, because the last time we had was it Carmen? No, Camille and Demetrius, where she was just like, he's my one and only. I'm not gonna entertain anybody else, and I'm also not gonna let y'all get to know him. And where Demetrius was like scared to date anybody else because of Carmen's antics. So that's not how things should be done. And we're gonna take even Nia and Chris from the other season, where Chris was so focused on her, and then the Nia chick is kind of flipped the whole switch between her and Chris was left ass out. So I like how Joy and Clifton worked the season, meaning they still was open to the process. Because again, if you so focus on one person and then go home and be with them, they were both open until they didn't have to be anymore. So I like that. Okay. Anyway, Clifton, tells her how, I had tunnel vision, since the day I met, like the first day I saw you, I was just so focused on you. And he was, even though at some point in times his peripheral vision worked, he looked left and he looked right. Okay. But he still kept his sights on Joy. He brings up how, anyone who says they're connected from day one, how everyone said they had a connection from day one, and how everyone saw the love they had for each other, the process. Oh, the L word. And I do feel like Joy and Clifton have a love, lust, light for each other. Because it's the beginning stages or whatever, and it's easy to get swept up in that when there is this kind of connection. And see, Stephanie says Joy ass was sitting up. Okay, they look happy together. Those signs he put up were super cute. I agree. He like, I choose you. I choose you, and it was cute because he had like a little sign, which Tiffany just brought up. To where did I put I did. Okay, he put a little sign, choose me, yes or no, circle one. He had a whole little marker, and he said, "But if you don't choose me, then I will work for food." So it was cute and funny. And you can tell they have a banter between them. You can tell that they know each other's kind of joking sides or whatever. And so of course she chose him too or whatever. And then she brings up how you were like, I saw a best friend in you since day one, and I've been choosing you every day since then. And I was like, oh, and they was kissing, okay? And that's, what? This to me, okay, to me is what you want to see at the end. You want to see two folk who came together who we seen. We really did see their connection. We did see the lust in their eyes. Okay. And toward the end, I do feel like there's a love, but they're not in love, but they have a love for each other. And they both bring up how this is what they wanted. This is what they came here to get, and they got it. And again, not all people who come on the show is going to get this, because everyone that you're around is not your person. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to force it. And we are seeing other people who we felt like force things, and we don't like it. So to me, Clifton and Joy seems to be like, the couple in the end who will be together and be in love, and we're gonna love it. And I mean, I was happy with the ending with them. Okay, not with everybody else, not everybody else, but with them, I will say I enjoyed seeing their whole thing. Okay, now the reunion, which airs next week, we will see how that goes, because honey, foolishness usually always ensues, and we want to sometimes leave foolishness to the side. We may not be able to do that, but I want y'all to take a second to like the video while I put up stuff for Put a Ring on It. Like the video. Because liking is always the thing to do. Okay. Anyway, put a ring on it. Every season has this batch of drama that we kind of focus on. This season, each couple has a whole patch of drama that you like, damn, each couple going through some bullshit. Like, the first season with Hollywood and Ashley, how they were together for 9 years or whatever, how many years it was. Like, girl, leave that man. Last season, the whole thing with, Lex and Phil Mob dude. He, banged on girl. Like, okay, that got a post. And this season, it's like each couple is just bow, 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 bow. Just slapping us in the face. Just slapping us in the face. I'm like, I don't know which couple to, dislike the most or whatever. It's kind of crazy to me. But I'm leaving that be. So we see the foolishness is going on or whatever, where Tayshia and Shay is still beefing. Okay. They still in the restaurant. We see Tayshia, who's from Detroit, okay? In the yellow and black. We see Shay, who's in the all black, and they fussing. Because it's all Shay's fault. It's all Shay's fault, okay? We kind of see the full scene play out. We kind of realize that they cut up the scene from before. So when we see the full scene play out, it wasn't as long and drawn out as we thought. From Shay, like, you talking to me? Oh, they got me. No, man. If I was, I said it to you. So again, it was the bullshit. Even how we thought Fonzo was sitting there for longer. He really wasn't. It seemed like the whole thing happened in about 30 seconds, not as if it was a full, long, drawn out conversation. And girl, I kept on saying Fonzo. Fonzo sat there forever and didn't do nothing. And this scene, we seen Shay started off, and once Shay got up and stuff, he thinks, okay, let's go. So I was like, it was just crazy. And I'm like, Shay, everyone, Fonzo, her date, his date, production, the cooks, the man flipping the chicken, the man at the hibachi grill. Everyone was aware Shay was full on bullshit. Okay, it's all Shay's fault, in my opinion, for starting this situation. Okay, she was rude, aggressive, disrespectful, and just a full-out fool for no real reason beside the fact that she's insecure. Okay, and she's insecure within her relationship, and she puts that anger towards the women he's around. And my thing is, you came on the show for him to date other women. He's not sticking around on you. It ain't no secret. Like you can't you came here with a purpose to be on a date in the same space with your boyfriend or whatever, and not acknowledge or not care about what's going on over there. That man came in, and I get he didn't speak fine. My thing, I don't care. You're not supposed to care about whatever is going on. Y'all not on a double date. You're on a date singularly at the same place. And Shay could not even understand the fucking assignments. Okay, it aggravated me. Okay, and Tay Cherie, as we see, had a quick reaction because Shay was fussing at her, got up and then walked over there. And she picked up a plate. I would have done the same thing. I'm going to knock your head off. If you come any step closer, I'm going to boing you in the head. Okay, I was protecting myself. I don't know you. I don't know your man. And all I know is y'all coming at me. Okay, I have to defend myself against this aggressively angry lady. And I'm going to sue her and sue him and get some Maybach music money. You know, he worked for Rick Ross, MMG. Anyway, and so Tay Cherie was like, I don't know why y'all came here if you wasn't ready for this. And this ain't what I came in for. I didn't come here, you know what I'm saying, for y'all to act like that. Her point was, y'all ain't gonna book me on the show for drama and not to date. Y'all got me fucked up, okay? And I love Tay Cherie's energy. I really, really did, because her thing was, she wasn't trying to be messy. She was there for the reason anybody else was. It's like, get out of my face. And we do see Alfonso taking her out to the restaurant. Now, Shay. And it's all your fault, Alfonso. It's all your, because you didn't speak to me, okay? You didn't calm me down. The fact that she's blaming because you did not calm me down from acting a fucking fool, this your fault, okay? You also did not calm your date down from talking to me. But you started with that lady. Shay consistently creates situations that he has to defend her in because she feel like he don't really love her. She feel like they're not real. And I was like, I just can't do it. Look, if Tay Cherie had tripped Shay downstairs, hey, you came my way. Sorry you failed. She on bullshit. She was on complete bullshit. And then the fact that we then see that Asar, I think his name was Asar. Asar and Tay Cherie sit down and eat the food that they had ordered for Shay and him, because Fonzo and Shay had to leave because Shay was putting her ass clocked in the head with a plate because she came at someone who didn't do shit to her. I was like, get out my face, okay? Shay was about to get smacked with the plate. Fonzo was just smiling and laughing, and I do think he was I think it was a more nervous situation than I don't care situation. I also feel like either she's done that before or he know she wants some attention and I ain't finna give it to her. So I'm embarrassed now. Hopefully she, and then just stop this. You know, if maybe if she see me not interacting with nobody, I ain't think maybe she'll kind of fuck down. But I'm like, sir, but it also showed how fast it escalated and how Shay just kind of wouldn't stop. Anyway, Shay done shook the table. I'm like, honey, Shay shook the table, but I almost got rocked in the head. Okay, my thing is, Shay started something that she wasn't able to finish. Because my thing is, if you really wanted to get at old girl, you would have. And outside saying to Fonzo, tell that bitch I don't want to fight. I'm looking like, what? But why you want to fight her? Tay Cherie stood up in defense of herself because you walked up on her. Look, my thing. If we fussing, okay, if we have a disagreement, don't walk up on me. Say your ass over there where I can't, because if I can get you and you come my way, I am instantly in defense mode. I don't mind fussing with somebody from across the room. Fine. Say whatever. The minute you are in hands reach of me, you are coming to do something to me, and I need to punch you in the face and knock you out so that you cannot touch me. Okay? Do not run up on me. Ain't gonna happen. Don't do it. Okay, ask about me. Anyway, let me see. I'm animated. Shay was about to get knocked out like deep on Friday. I found her date was about to like, look, she's from Detroit. Look, there are certain people in Detroit. There's a mechanism in us to where if you activate us having to defend ourselves, we on that ass. We may not be the one to start shit up with folk for no reason. We ain't gonna do that. But you're not gonna punk me. You're not gonna do that. You for sure ain't gonna run up my face and think that it's gonna be cool. No, man, it's not. It's something gonna go down. And I know a lot of other cities may be that way too. But I'm like, I can only speak for my Detroit folks. Yeah, I can only speak on how the mechanism in me is. That's why sometimes on these reviews and these comments, I can't sometimes allow folk to activate the the transformer in me that turns me into I'm gonna go there. I know to keep my activation, my on twitch off around here. You know what I'm saying? It's what you gotta do. I know that's right. I'm the same way. Please stay over there. I get defensive real quick. Okay. We just have to know what to do. And my thing is, if I'm mad at somebody, I'm not gonna run up on them unless I'm running up to beat their ass. And whatever they do in defense of me running up on them, it's on me. Because I ran up on them while we were having an argument. Now, if we two folk just talking calmly and you swing on me, bitch, I'm taking your head off. Because we wasn't fussing. What the fuck are you doing? Bitch, where's? And then the transformer in me is activated. Okay, transformers. Anyway, I'm stop that. But again, girl, Shay, you whole fucking mess. Now, Kenneth and Shorty get new dates. And Shorty's date is a man named Tabby. Tabby is more handsome in person. If you have a beard, you should never wear a turtleneck. That's black. That math is because it looked like it looked weird. Okay. So someone tell Tabby to not do that no more, to not wear no black turtleneck when he has a beard, so it looked like you disconnected. It's all disconnected, and it's not. Where your neck at? We don't know. Anyway, Tabby 35 and everything, or whatever. And when he come picking up Shorty, the fact that Kenneth patted him, I'm like, why are you patting that man down? What is you doing? Sit your ass down somewhere, Kenneth. Anyway, Tabby and what's that name? Shorty end up going to a little restaurant, okay, to get some little food or whatever. And again, he's more attractive to me in person than he was on his confessional look. But he had a confessional look. Okay, the old girl did not. That speaks volumes. Anyway, so they talking or whatever, and Tabby brings up how for him, he's been opening up jams across the world. Okay, he goes to different cities to open up these jams, and he moved to Atlanta at this point to open up one. He's been there for like a year. No, the gym's been open for a year or whatever. He also has 2 kids. He's a 16-year-old and a 3-year-old son. He's 35. And Shorty likes how he seems to be, a secure adult, as she says. He's a secure adult, and that's what Kenneth is not. This episode, Shorty really was like landing into what Kenneth is not. We will get into that toward the end, but again, she made sure to mention right here, speaking to him, he has things going on with himself. He seems secure, and what he's saying he has going on, and we shall see. Now, she brings up how when she met Kenneth, he told her a lot of things that were true and that were false. Okay, but by the time she realized what he had lied about, she had already fell in love with him, and she felt like she was out of his league. But at that point, it was too late. This is my thing. If I love you, but I also feel like you are beneath me because 1, you're a liar, okay, and 2, you hoodwinked and bamboozled me. If I'm in love with you, I now question that love because it was brought on by deceit. You can't deceive. It's like I remember Jerry Springer, long time ago. It was a person on there named Reno. Reno had been dating this lady, and he had told the lady they had been messing around or whatever all this time. He did not tell the lady that he was actually trans. Reno had been using a dildo or whatever and tricking that girl into thinking that Reno was actually born a man, but Reno was actually someone who was trans. And to me, it's like, that is deceit. You're causing me to fall in love with you, but you are not to being honest with me. And now I love you. What we gonna do? And Reno and old girl was on there a few more times. That was crazy. But again, it's a remembrance of, you cannot put forth a mirage of what you want to be, and then hope the person don't ever figure out who you are. Let's be honest, okay? Because I should like you anyway. Anyway, we do see Kenneth's Day, who named is Chantrell. Chantrell is 30 years old. And Chantrell said, you know, I walk and talk, okay, and I flirt, and they fall for the base. And I was like, honey, something about you seems a bit thought-ish. And I do not mean that in any disrespectful, slut-shaming way. What I mean is, she leads with a bit of her cooch, okay? And I think she's okay with that, okay? She seemed like, she's 30, like she's like young, fun, and full of whatever. I usually don't like big when he is that. Yeah, I liked him. I did. I like his energy. You know what I'm saying? I like his energy or whatever. That part, Jaylee, I fell in love with the false image of you. With me? I'm joking. Anyway, Shorty fell in love with the D. The D clouded her judgment. She said it was time too late. She found out the truth about Kenneth. Okay. Now she leave the cat a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with leading with your cat in certain situations. It should not be in brand new situations that you don't even know what kind of person he is. I do not want to leave with my cat until I know enough of a person to where I'm like, I want him. If I just met you, I can't leave with my cat. No, ma'am. No, sir, not at all. Okay. Way too much. Okay. So she brings up how she recently got out of a situation. So, we're gonna see what's go. And then when they walk in, to me, I do feel like both Kenneth and Shorty felt very awkward as they are a dating couple, and they both, is a little bit whatever. And however, I feel like Chantrell, to me, was the one making shit worse. I feel like Chantrell, to me, was one who kept, because you see how they were sitting. So Chantrell or Kenneth would have to turn around to see anything going on between Shorty and old boy. So for me, Chantrell, who consistently kept him around, made her and Shorty keep, eyeing each other. So, because my thing is, if you keep looking at me, I'm gonna look at you at the door. So I do feel like Chantrell was immature. I feel like Chantrell is a person who may like a little bit of drama, and Chantrell wants to be the one to be chosen. So I guess she's a pick me. I'm not sure. So I wish Chantrell would have done with what's the name? What's the man's name? Tabby had done, and mine in the bed that was his date. Tabby was solely focused on enjoying time with Shorty, and to me, Chantrell was trying to help make Kenneth jealous, to be upset with Shorty, and I'm like, for what? What is going on? I'm so confused. Anyway, I was like, get on my nerves. TV also like, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not, I don't feel awkward. I'm just here to make things easier for you, whatever, because at this point in time, it is what it is. So TV was trying to relax Shorty, who he could tell was a bit, indifferent about, being there, but his energy was relaxing, and it helped her feel like, okay, okay, cool. We're chilling, having a good time. And Chantrell was talking to Kenneth. You have to have fun with the person you're with, because at that point in time, you didn't want to marry them. Because he brought up how he used to go out and party, but not anymore. So she's trying to blame Shorty, like, oh, y'all ain't happy, y'all ain't married because, you don't really, what you want to do, you can't do with her. You should be able to do all these things with the person with, otherwise it ain't gonna work. And I'm like, and she the fun time girl. So I'm like, her putting her being in, because she's like, you sing perfect. You how do you, again, I told y'all, Kenneth is a pretty package. Okay? He's tall. He has a nice build. He's handsome. He has that New Orleans accent. He is a pretty package. And when you open a pretty package, it's a fucking butt plug. You're like, why? I didn't want a butt plug. I told y'all, okay? That's what it is. Kenneth needs to work on himself. Kenneth's issue isn't Shorty. Kenneth's issue is Kenneth. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Yes, and he was lying on his day. I was like, I'm a workaholic. No, you, sir. How is it define work? Workaholic. Like I'm a workaholic. Me, I work a full-time job outside of YouTube. Okay. And it was after that, and I have to sleep sometime. Okay, and they have fun with him. It's things that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I work a lot. You know what I'm saying? I balance shit, trying to build up a platform where eventually I don't have to work so much. I can quit my regular job and do YouTube when I want to because I'm making that money. But Kenneth, to me, always lies a little bit on each day, the same way that he did with Shorty. So to me, last time he said, "Oh girl, my bad thing is I love too hard, and on here I'm workaholic." I'm like, no, sir. It's the same way that he tells people these good little anecdotes about him. That ain't really true. It ain't really true. I was like, it's just kind of crazy to me. I'm leaving that be. And Chantrell tells him that, we should have another date because this date wasn't a real date because your girlfriend was here and you couldn't really focus on me. I don't like Chantrell. I don't. And Kenneth said how, he made this be in denial and not be realizing how he's holding on to something with Shorty that is not his true ultimate happiness. He said that based on Chantrell bringing up how, he may not really want to be with someone who he can't really have fun with all the time, or whatever. I'm like, girl, bye. At this point in time, Tavi and Shorty had left. Let's go. Let's leave. I'm like, yes, please leave immediately. Kenneth is a hobo period looking for who can care for him the best. The best, or whatever. I was like, girl, get out my face. I don't like it. Because this girl, we'll leave them be. Shay had the conversation with Dr. Nicole to discuss her foolish antics that happened on the little date or whatever. And now the fact that she look how she dressed. This is my thing. What aggravates me was people act a plum D fool. Act a plum D fool. And then want to come around here dressed like, Michelle Obama. I'm just a wholesome woman, who will never act up. Okay, I don't have these. No, ma'am. And look, I think she's beautiful. I think Shay deserves more than what she has. I think Shay insecurities were built inside of her long before she met Fonzo. However, she gives off an inauthentic, I want people to think I am not the kind of woman who would deal with or put up with or act these ways, but you're showing us that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I would never use to be on a date, with him like that. And how I would never really react in a way that downplays myself. And my thing is, every time you have spoken about the bullshit Fonzo done to you that you've accepted, you have downplayed yourself. When you are saying how he doesn't respect you, he doesn't, value you in a way to where he puts you first, because we know that based on the fact that you can't go on family trips. Okay, you can't go on trips with his family, but the baby mama can. So you've spoken out and brought up things that show he's downplayed you. You downplayed yourself, and you have accepted it. And that's no way to call her dumb or whatever. I'm just stating the facts that she's given us. Okay, so to make it seem as if there has to be a bigger reason of why I reacted that way and acted a whole fucking fool, and the reason can't be because that's how I am. That's just how I react. Because a person who does not react in that way would not have done what reacted in that way. How quickly she got pissed and flipped out is her mechanism. Now, what she should have said was, I should have done that, period. But you can't I would have never, reacted in that. You're a plum as lie. You're a plum as lie. I know that because I can act that way too, but it's not over something so small. It takes a lot to get me pissed off or build up of a whole debate and to get me there. You was taken to that point by the fact that they walked in and did not speak. Meaning that's how you act. And that's cool because everybody and their mama around here react in different ways. That's what it is. But don't make it seem as if we ain't see what we saw. Because I saw what I saw, okay? And when Dr. Cole asked, well, what made you feel that way? Like, what made you want to defend yourself in that manner? Well, they sat down and they didn't speak. That was the problem for me. That still does not explain why you acted how you acted. It says why you were upset, cool, but why did you act how you? If somebody bumped my car, I'm not gonna shoot them, not at all. However, if you run up on me and I feel like I have to, it's live or die, I may shoot and kill you in defense of myself. We've seen folks have road rage for little fender benders that ends deadly. And that's stupid. That's not the way to react. But if that's how you react to that, that's your mechanism. So Shay's mechanism is to act a plumb fucking fool. And it's her right to need to correct that. But don't make it seem as if we didn't see what we saw you do. Okay. Shay is in it for the money, quite sad, because if not, she would have been left. I don't get why Big Mama and Shay can't be on the same trip because they don't like that. They don't like her. They don't like her, and Alfonso has not made her a point of top notch. This is my person. Y'all can't say shit. She coming regardless. My thing is, if you allow your family to not want me around, you have allowed that narrative, and then I have allowed you to think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. Okay, and then Dr. Carla, like, look, at the end of the day, y'all came for a reason. You came here to figure out what y'all gonna do. And you are here to really get information about how he is and what he does. And you were not even allowing the process to play out to see what his actions would be and what his decisions would be. You are reacting to so fast. You can't even see what he would do. Had you sat there and ate your food, you could have seen him if he was acting a fool, or if you could see that he's gonna be respectful. And what you think be going on don't really be going on. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't even let that happen. If you would have sat there and ate your fucking food, it would not have been what it was. You wouldn't have needed this conversation with Dr. Nicole. And Shay said I'm afraid that if I let him make the decision, you know what I'm saying, it's fucked up. I then have to leave him, and if I leave him, I won't come back. Because once it's over, I know I won't come back. And I said, you a liar right there. You a whole liar. Mainly because, when Dr. Nicole Ben said, well, what happened because y'all were engaged and they broke up? Because this show was about either getting engaged or breaking up. So what happened that y'all were no longer engaged? Shay brings up how they actually went to the courthouse to get married or whatever. But that was the same day or whatever, the girl posted the video. Slow down. That was the same day the girl posted the picture saying how Alfonso was the love of her life. However, even though the day she was going to go down to the courthouse and get married, and she seen this post from this lady, she still went down. They had a Vegas ceremony. They got married, but again, it was not legal because they never signed the marriage stuff or whatever. So they had a Vegas wedding that wasn't legal. So then he then said, okay, well, how about this? How about we have a big old engagement party? They had that, and she says a lot of stuff was happening, at that point in time too. So she ended up leaving him. So cool. So she had just said, once it's over between us, I'm afraid that once it's over, I won't come back. I'm not gonna come back. So I'm scared of leaving. But you just said that you left him because of the bullshit. You left him and was gone, having fun, living life. Then why y'all here? Because if your word is bond means once I leave, I'm done. I ain't coming back. Then how did you come back? And Dr. Nicole then said, well, what made you come back? Well, I came back about 2 months later. So you left that man for 2 months and came back, which means you can leave him and come back. Now, maybe her point is if she leaves this time, she won't come back. But whatever. Okay. I'm like, girl, I just can't. I just cannot. And I feel like I really wanted Dr. Nicole to hold her more accountable for the foolishness that she caused on that date. I'm like, tell her, girl, you on bullshit. You can't fool me. Not today, not ever. Okay. Let's see. She has a temper, and I wonder if that's why our father refuses to have her around his family, especially his big mama. Because if you act that way, they gonna jump you. They have sided with my child's mother. If you come in here acting that way, my mama and my cousins and my aunties is gonna jump you because they said word. So that could be it. I don't know. Okay. These dates are great ways to gather that. It's right. I can see you face to face. Okay, and even if I can't see what you're doing because I'm not on every day, when the show playback, they're gonna show me everything you did. And even if I chose you at the end, I can leave your ass post production and say we over based on what I did not see happen on camera. Okay, it's foolishness. I think I found some mother see something in Shay why she don't want to be around her. Right. So, imagine being Shay. Imagine Alfonso laughing or joking with his baby mama and how it would trigger her. It would be a whole mess, honey. A whole mess around here. The more I see Shay, the more I see how she's an absolute problem. Right, she is too. She is too. Nothing that I'm saying about Shay means that Alfonso was not as much to blame in things as she is. Okay, it's the both of them. Okay, now we do see the men all meet up to play some pool, get some drinks, whatever, some wine. You know what I'm saying? Have a little men talk. I love the scene. Even though each of these men have issues. Okay, now Kenneth brings up how he's ready to propose to Shorty, but I think she may say no. Okay. And Alfonso, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Alfonso to me did the best thing anyone can do in a situation of, hey, you want bullshit. Okay. And you may think it's, your girl, but it isn't. Okay. It's really for you. And you have to sometimes be honest about, hey, don't blame her, blame you. And he told, like, look, you need to work on you. Okay. Because work on yourself first. However, because this is the issue. If your girl is better than you, if she makes more money than you, whatever it may be, and I'm gonna push my life back to 5, Lord Jesus. Because I'm 99 times. So the live for Married at First Sight, why I keep saying it, the live for boom, Love and Marriage Huntsville will be at 5 o'clock or once I'm done with this live. Okay, on deck. Anyway, but if so it's like, if a woman knows she has more than you, they're gonna talk that talk. And this is my thing. Having more than you to me doesn't even really mean having more money. Having more than you to me means they are just stable. Okay. They are just in a better position because you are not stable. You're not secure in anything. And it's true. Men do that too, not just women. Anybody in a relationship who feel like you are not on their level and you are less than them, and they can be a bit of a narcissist or just a bit of an asshole, will consistently bring up how you are not what they are. And that for sure is Shorty's toxic trait. Because my thing is, if I'm with somebody and I'm aware that they are just different than me, their drive is different than mine, and they have a whole different thing, I either have to accept that as what it is or leave them. I can't stay with them and then complain about what I know they are. I can't. If I know my man, is the kind of guy who wants to be at home and be like boho, whatever, not do much of whatever. He wants to have a food blog and he hopes to be the best food blogger. Okay, fine, whatever. As long as I'm not having to pay for him consistently because he makes a lot of money, if I accept that, that's what it is. I can't keep bringing him up in a way to degrade him. That's a toxic trait. The same way men should not do that either. Okay. Anyway, so again, I like that Alfonso talking about you need to work on you, get your shit together because you can't be upset about what she complained about if you haven't fixed what you also know the issue is. Because technically, what she's complaining about, you want to make it be better too. You just haven't. Okay. Anyway, Because he said, he's like, once you are together for yourself, they can't come to side with, because at that point it's a level playing field. And to me, that does not really mean money. It just means you are stable and secure in what you want to do in life. If what you want to do in life is really be a food blogger and work construction, okay, be consistent in that. Don't be bullshitty in that. Like for YouTubers, if you want to be a YouTuber, you can't be no bull. You can't be bullshit. You got to look videos on deck. Okay. Anyway, Otis brings up how for him, he done argue with anybody. Okay. He like, I don't have time for that. Like if my girl would be arguing herself, I don't have time, because at times our arguments go toxic. I said, yeah, because both Charlie and Otis is some things to handle, but I still feel like Otis is the worst in their relationship. I do. I blame him more than I blame her. That's what it is. It seems like he wants to make it seem like, man, cause she be fussing. It's like, no. I think you be fussing too. And Otis brings up how if Charlie was to say no to him propose, he would never ever ask her again. And finally, say, I don't know, how do you even ask somebody again? How could you? I was like, you just ask, okay? And Kenneth says, like, if Shorty said no, I would have to join a cult for 6 months in the mountains where I could study the Bible while doing push-ups and drinking water and eating bread to clear my soul. I laughed. This was the first time seeing all of them together where I didn't hate them. I felt like they were all being kind of funny. And I do think it's a conversation that men need to have. Sometimes men do need to talk amongst themselves and say whatever. What I'm happy about is none of them made excuses for nothing. Each of them has a bit of advice to where, well, truthfully, Alfonso had more advice for Otis and Kenneth. Alfonso just brought up for him, he can't imagine Shay saying no if he proposed again. And whatever. So I'm like, girl, I guess so. So they all then meet up with Dr. Nicole, because again, everything's happened. And in the conversation of it all, I was like, honey, it's gonna be messy. I believe so. So we get to Shorty and I think I have Shorty and Kenneth around here. I don't know. Let me see if I got, because I don't even know what the thing be. Boom. Okay. So they both bring up how their dates were weird. Weird here, weird there, weird everywhere. And because it was in the same room and they could hear each other, whatever, like who could be the loudest, blah, 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 blah. So Kenneth, she was, old girl was cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of hang out with her as like a friend, okay, but I don't really have like an attraction to her or whatever I'm saying, because I had not tapped into me allowing myself to be, to like someone in that way. But she cool as a friend or whatever. Shorty then says, well, no, he like, he finds him attractive, he really does, because he likes her. Okay. She then said he's just attracted to women who are out of his league. I was like, not out of it, girl. She said out loud in front of all the people that he likes women that are out of his league. And I was like, no, or whatever. And then, he said he likes top-notch women, and those women are picky. Okay, so that could be something too. And they're like, well, you kind of talk about yourself, right? She says yes, but when we met, he was not really honest about who he was. You know what I'm saying? He made it seem as if he was more established and he had a lot more going on and was stable, but he wasn't. That was not true. But by then I had loved him or whatever, and so I stayed thinking things would get better. But it's not. Okay, his level of maturity, honesty, leadership, desire to be stable economically, to name a few, it just has not grown since we've been together. And I mean, it's hot. My air conditioner, Kenneth brings up how, because Kenneth looks uncomfortable because again, she is reading him down, and while everything she's saying is true, it ain't like she's lying, and that's the gotcha. Okay, the gotcha is she lying? No, she isn't. Oh, okay. So she has the right to explain. He lied to me about what he had going on. And to this day, things have not gotten better. It's how she did it. It's when she did it. And, this how I was like, ooh, even I was like, damn, now I got to feel bad for Kenneth. Okay, because I'm like, I can imagine how she may talk to him when they at home. And two things can be happening at the same time. You know, you can be just expressing your feelings about how you feel about something, but also being completely an asshole about how you're doing it. And in this moment, she did it in an asshole way. She did it and is in, let you know how he full of shit. Because he's acting like he don't like that girl. And he acting like, he don't find other women attractive, which is me. But he does. But because he can't pull them kind of women, because they're out of his league, you know what I'm saying, that could be the issue, whatever. And, these are, I'm like, girl, no, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It was cringy. Right. She wasn't lying, but dang. And I'm like, I think he will miss the fact that she wasn't lying about how she felt he hoodwinked and bamboozled her, and how he has not fixed what he was supposed to be fixed all this time. But how she said it, when she said it, and how it came out, I was like, damn, that was rude. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So, and Kenneth already sensitive. You know what I'm saying? He already, oh my God. He's already, you know what I'm saying, a bit, emotional, in my opinion. Because he, in his head, he loves her so much, he don't know how to act if he feel like they won't be together. And then when she then puts on top of that emotion or whatever, that she think he ain't shit, he really spiraling. Because if I ain't shit, she gonna leave me. Now I gotta react or whatever. So I'm like, girl, bye. And so I like that Dr. Cole, like, you know what? This is something that we can discuss further on, like in a one-on-one session. Because again, that shouldn't have been brought up there, so to speak. But again, at least they'll be able to have that conversation. Honey, right. All three talk of the sick, okay? Toxic bullshit, all up and through. Now let's get on Charlie and Otis. Girl, I said, what are we doing here? What is going on? I don't know. So Otis talks as if nothing much has happened on his dates with Milan. At this point, we know they've had 2 dates. They were the horseback riding date, and then the yoga date. And he talks as if, oh, it was fine, and horse riding, the yoga, or whatever. However, being on a date with Charlie made him realize I can trust her in these type of situations where I may think it's weird or whatever, and I know what to do. So I learned, I can trust her, when I'm not around her, and I'll have her, my hand around her neck. Charlie calls bullshit. Like, he lying, he lying, judge, he lying. She brings up how he was consistently looking at the girl tattoos, okay, at her body, or whatever, and it was on bullshit. How that day or whatever, or at least that time frame, they were not in a good space because she said we had agreed to both be open about our dates, but I was the only one being open. He was not telling me things going on. He was not being open as he should, okay? And so him choosing a second date made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, something happened, he ain't telling me, okay? And so he brings up how before, when me and her talked about a girl or whatever, how she reacted did not go well. So, I don't feel confident or comfortable having those conversations with her. And she said, I ain't like that girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. I'm saying, you talking to me about somebody I don't care for, it will hit different or whatever. And then I was like, it's kind of crazy. So Dr. Cole brings up, y'all both have to be an open space, a safe space for the other one to feel like I can have this conversation. Otis then say, I want to be open. I want to be, I want to embrace this process. He then announces, hey, I did have a conversation with Milan, with him. And I'm like, what he just, I was like, what? And I fully feel like, he did that because he wanted to make people see how she reacts. He wanted folks to see her temper. And I'm like, at the end of the day, her temper don't matter when you fucked up. Okay. At all. Okay. Telling her in front of folk that you were having a DM conversation with your date, which you were not supposed to be doing, and you weren't telling her that. So not only were you sneaking and doing it, when she's asking you about the date, you ain't telling her things, you are lying. Okay, you are lying. And he well, I figured out we had mutual friends, like she knows so and so and so and so. Yeah. So I first DM'd her about that, and we were just talking about stuff, whatever. And I was like, at the end of the day, you were having a DM conversation with a woman, and you were not telling Charlie. And he tells us how in the confession how, I felt like it was not a big deal, and so that's why I didn't mention it. No, you knew it would be a big deal, and that's why you chose not to mention. That's why you made the choice not to mention it, okay? And then she's like, oh, you don't like her, but you DM her. Okay. You're a liar. You blindsided me, whatever you're saying. You blindsided me with information in front of everyone, and she's pissed. She's fully pissed. But again, her temper to me don't matter because he was dead ass wrong, and her temper wasn't even explosive like rah! It was her cussing. She directed her energy to him. The difference in what she did and what Shay did was she was still calm within her body and focused her energy on who did the wrong to her. Because he did something wrong. With Shay and Alfonso on a date, no one had done anything wrong. Shay just was overreacting. Okay. And, it's like, look, he don't want. Their conversation was, we can't text anybody. He didn't say, well, DM doesn't text. And then yes, it is. Okay. Is it? And you wouldn't want me. He like, I don't mind. I'm like, yeah. The fact that Otis is trying to cover up his lying by saying, I would not care if she was DMing someone and having an account. You got pissed that she had flowers that she showed you. Get out my face, okay? And then her thing is, I hope it was worth it because I'm going to DM her myself and say hi, okay? I want to know why she was talking to my man. I'm just on board. I'm over it. And, I like how Dr. Nicole's like, Otis, you have to get that your actions have a reaction, okay? While we appreciate your honesty, it was what it was. And Charlie, like, I'm saying, look, we're going to know her from here, I'm saying? That's a deal breaker. He keeps embarrassing me. She said, you are ridiculous, okay? And while Dr. Nicole was trying to move on to Shay and Alfonso, you can just see she's just pissed. You know what I'm saying? It's on bullshit. And she's like, I'm done. I want to leave. Or give me the key. Give me the key, nigga. Where's the car key? I want to leave. And Dr. Nicole, like, look, y'all, this isn't even y'all biggest issue. Y'all biggest issue is y'all communication, double standards or whatever, accountability. Like, there's more to go through with this tough process, okay? And everyone has to govern themselves accordingly. And so, because again, Trump is up there quietly going off on him, like, you've been talking to that girl. You've been talking to that girl. You got me fucked up. You keep embarrassing me. I'm going to embarrass you. I was like, when she said, if you keep embarrassing me, I will embarrass you, to me showed she isn't as soft and demure as we thought she was. She can stand her ground with him when she's Lord Jesus. Can y'all get that troll out that okay, no, like I can see it all up my thing. Bullshit. Charlie showed us that she could stand her own ground. She showed us that if he pissed her off enough, she would go off on him. The issue I have with that is I wonder what else he's done in their relationship that she's had to show him, I will get in that ass. Okay? That I will be like, you on bullshit. That I will be like, what, I'm going to fuck you up. Because her thing, I'm going to embarrass you. Give me the keys. Okay, and it goes off with them trying to figure out what's going on. Honey, I was like, these people right here is a mess. Okay, is a mess. Because you just want, like, they up there talking, and we even see, all the couples or whatever, and everyone looking like, ooh, child. What are you gonna do? I'm like, honey, I don't know. But at least we're seeing that Charlena can get with him if need be. Okay. Yeah. He was trying to get that Nicole to get on her like she did him. That's why he told her that to make her react. Because he knew exactly how she would feel. He knew it. And I'm like, to me, that also shows what that fact that he's a fucking master manipulator. Because you set up a scene to make her look bad. You set it up to embarrass her. And, she didn't want to stand for that. If you embarrass me, I will embarrass you. And I was like, he don't get how it show him as more of a sneaky ass person. Because you said, I know she gonna react with her. So let me say it in front of folks so that Dr. Cole can say, let's address your stuff, Charlie. Because let's act like Otis is innocent. It's like, no, Otis is you. Because you hid the information until you wanted to expose it to expose her bit of a temper. But again, her temper don't matter because you did something wrong. But either way I go, we are done. Okay. I will be doing my love and Huntsville video in about 5 minutes. So make sure to come back around here to have a whole conversation around here. Make sure to do what my mama told y'all to do. Okay. My mama told y'all like the video right now. Okay. Please and thank you. But right, none of these people are ready for marriage. None of them. Not a one. No one want them together. Anyway, but thank y'all for tuning in for this whole little review of Ready to Love and Put a Ring on It. I will be back on live in about 5 or so minutes for Married at First Sight and also for why I keep saying Married at First Sight. I don't do this no more. For Love and Marriage Huntsville and Marry Me Now. Okay, a great time has been had by all. Do not forget, if you are a member of my channel or any of our channels, we will be interviewing Destiny tonight at 8 p.m. It'll be live, a private live for members only. For my members, the link to that is already on the tab, the communities tab on my page. So make sure to go there to be there tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Everyone else will have to wait until the replay and the edited version comes out tomorrow. Okay. But again, thank y'all. I will see y'all in about 5 minutes. Have a good night. I love you all. Peace.